Hey, thanks for tuning in. In this episode, we'll complete steps 10 through 23 of the Airfix 1/24th Spitfire. A huge thanks to all the new channel subscribers. I really appreciate it. Here's the plastic for page 6, steps 10 through 17. I can glue up the parts for steps 10 and 11 now. Everything indexes nicely. I didn't even have to glue those in. Two light coats of Mr. Surfacer 1500. I use an Iwata Eclipse with a .35 needle. Then a coat of Mr. Color Duraluminum. Some of these parts are for steps 18 through 23. Then AK Real Colors RAF Cockpit Green. I left the wrong end of that piece in aluminum. I fixed it. Again, gave all the raised surfaces a pass with a toothpick. Scuff things up a bit. Little pieces too. I forgot to mention last time, my pin wash is AK Cockpit Interior Wash, thin 50% with VMS Universal Carrier. I repainted that semi-gloss black after I painted the switch. I should have used an acrylic or lacquer brass. The AK and Tamiya washes will start to dissolve that enamel. I always seem to miss a seam, even after priming and painting. I sanded it down. There's a white metal connector between those brass tubes. The red is Mr. Color Red Matter. I used a thinned midnight blue. That's Formula 560, my favorite canopy glue. Okay, so here are the decals for the instrument panel. It didn't take as long as you'd think. The decals are really nice. I primed then gloss coated only the back of the panel. It's a clear plastic piece. So the decals went on clean plastic instead of paint. I first apply a little microsol. I don't have the set, but this works just fine. I dunk in water for about 5 seconds, then onto tissue paper. These lift off within 30 to 60 seconds. After it sits in place and attaches for about 5 minutes, I apply a little more microsol. I painted those little squares a linen color and dotted on some aluminum. I then put some wash in those openings. That's pretty much everything for that piece. I just tack them together in case I have any final fit issues later. I'm starting page 7 now, steps 18 through 23. You already saw them painted. Primed, put on the aluminum, then the cockpit color, then scuffed and pinned wash like before. The part has a center pin sticking up, so I used a robust tack to poke a hole in the decal. With some microsol, it went down. Not perfect, but looks decent enough. Index is right there. Very snug. Added some extra thin anyways. The control cable end slots through those holes. Then onto that piece we put on earlier. Probably just the paint. I needed to open that up slightly. I needed to sand up the edges of paint for it to slot in right. Again, just tacked it in for now. Then the seat assembly from the last episode goes in. It was too shiny, so I sprayed on some thinned Tamiya smoke. I should have just used metal wire. I ended up painting those cables in steel. It's 30 gauge. In some photos, it looks like there's some brown and black cables on that side. So I added some just for interest. And I ran the black cable for that doohickey. This is a 5% wash of Tamiya black in water. Okay, we'll stop here. In the next episode, we'll do the other side of the cockpit. Short and sweet. Thank you for watching. Be well and happy modeling.